you doing, everyone? It is the Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Before I say anything, and we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
You said this direct quote earlier today. This is a little bit of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to put a diaper on a monkey?
Yes. Do
Yes.
you really know how hard it is, my friend? All right. Yes. As a former owner of one, it is very hard because they fight and they scratch and they don't want you to do it because a monkey ain't used to clothes. All right. But what you have to understand, if you own one, you have to put it on it because if you don't, he would throw fecal matter at you. Yes.
I can't wait to talk about this. All right, that's coming up later in the pod. That's just a little tease for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
We got
definitely.
all sorts of animal stories. So let's start with, been a while since we talked.
Yeah.
Bears, Commanders.
That's another animal.
Yeah. This is one of those games where you just burn the film, right?
No, you don't burn the film.
Okay.
This is the one that you use it to build up character.
Okay.
You use it to say, you know what? Y'all know inside of this building we were supposed to win this game, but we know in the NFL, every given Sunday, a team had to show up. You have to play. It's 32 teams in this league. All 32 teams got a chance to beat you any given Sunday. So if you're a Washington Commander right now, you feel like you robbed yourself. You don't feel like they stole the game from you. You feel like you gave it to them. And can we blame it on a short week? Because everybody going to look for stuff to blame it on.
Yeah.
Short week, small turnaround, played that fifth quarter in Philly. Like that's one thing that'll get brought up. What about that fifth quarter? Maybe should have just tried to win it in regulation. But forget all the excuses.
Yeah.
Come back, circle the wagons, figure out what we're not doing well because defense. If I told you 3 months ago, hey, the offense gonna be putting up 30 points, you would have said, hey, we're
Would've never
5-0.
guessed it.
We're 5-0 because the defense was the anchor of that group, and that's the group right now that's trying to find their way. That's the group that need to figure out, all right, how can we get back to dominating games? All right, and maybe to get back to dominate games, you need to shrink everything down.
Yeah.
And let them play fast. I give them 3 or 4 plays and say, you know what, team, y'all gonna have to beat us doing what we do well. All right, I think that's the difference.
It certainly felt like, and even the Commanders players said this after the game, the Bears wanted it more.
No, they did.
They absolutely they looked like it from the jump. That's why this game was not close. So how do you flip things around and say, all right, we got our butts beat.
Yeah.
Let's go in, play with our hair on fire.
Well, first of all, ain't nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. And the Bears came in here wounded. They hadn't won a game since last year. And we knew in 1 week they're going to get off the snide. You just didn't want to be that team that they got off the snide with. And that's the thing about it. As the weeks go on, some teams going to get better. Some teams going to go down into the dumps. Now, we at that crossroads right now. Do you let this Chicago Bears loss float over your head, or do you just move forward? Because we're hitting that spot in the schedule where we get to determine our own fate right now. So I'm telling people now, don't get too high and too happy. Don't get too low. Stay right there in the middle because that's where we at right now.
Commanders have lost 3 straight, coming off a bad loss. So when things seem to be working against you, and that was a tough loss against the Eagles 2 weeks ago. So how do you reset and not let that hangover affect you the next week?
Well, we got short-term memories. You have to, especially at the cornerback position. As a football player, because we got to turn the page. Because this week we got the Falcons. And then so and so and so and so. All of them going to present different problems. All of them going to attack us different ways. We know this now on defense. In the NFL, if one team finds some stuff that works for them, every team gonna run it after that until you stop it. Well, we are in that whirlwind. Well, we haven't stopped what they're running. We gotta find fixes for us to pick up and go where we want to go right now, Jenkins.
So one guy struggling is your guy.
Yeah, it's my
Emmanuel
guy.
Forbes.
That's fine.
Which is fine, part of being a rookie. But what do you say to him and say, all right, we need to start over here.
Yeah.
Let me talk you back into why we drafted you and why we believe in you.
First of all, I want him to calm down. And what he needs to learn is he's so exceptional as an athlete. He used to being in college, jumping around, people doing things. At the cornerback position, he has to learn how to protect himself. Through his play. Even when they're the double moves, like he gonna see double moves for the rest of the year until he stop him. That means you need to have your body. When you're going for the pick, you need to make sure I'm only doing it while protecting myself, but I got to have his body. Meaning, if I'm going for the pick and they double move me, he got to run through me.
Yeah.
See, he's trying to go around them to get the ball because he's used to doing that. No, you got to protect yourself on the double move. Another thing he got to really get into, because I understood this when I got here as a 170-pound corner.
Yeah.
They're going to run the ball at the 175-pound corner.
Yeah.
That was me. So what did I learn how to do? Stop, toss, sweep. I learned how to stop. I had 4 techniques that I use. One that I used to literally take off running, slide, drop to my knees, slide for 3 yards, jump up behind the tackle, and make the play.
Oh, wow.
I got so good at it became routine. I had another one where I would just start a pile. You're not going to turn my corner. And if they do it, they keep running. Soon, if it doesn't work, they'll stop running at you. And that's what he's going to find out. You stop guys time after time, they'll stop doing other things and they'll have to switch it up on you. But he needs to understand they're going to attack you the same way the last team attacked you until you show them that you fixed their problem.
One thing that has killed this team over the past few weeks is the explosive play.
Yeah.
So how do they stop that?
Well, first of all, it's nothing wrong with giving up explosive play because they're going to happen. The thing is, don't give up touchdowns.
Yeah.
Force them to kick field goals after you give up a 50-yard pass. Force them to kick field goals when you give up a 70-yard run. Tackle them. Live to play another day. What I'm disappointed with this defense, not the big plays, red zone defense. We were so good in the red zone last year. Red zone defense is what changes the game. If a team drives 4 successful drives back-to-back on you, and only get 3, they only got 12 points, Jinx.
Yeah.
We're 2 touchdowns away from beating this team, and they've dominated us. Like, that's what you have to do, bend but don't break. And that's what we have to do. And on the back end, I want to see them protect each other.
Yeah.
I want to see them play for each other. I want to see them be one unit. That's what we had with me.
Individual breakdowns.
Yes. Me, Sean Taylor, all of us, we could look at each other and change plays. Yeah. They have to get on that level where it's nonverbal communication. That means you're on the same wavelength. You are one organism. Until they become one organism, they're going to be individual entities that's not going to get the job done. Football, I was told this by Art Monk.
Okay.
Football families win championship. Football players get paid. It's a difference. I want to be part of a family. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, because you fight for members of your family.
Well, and also when you're part of a football family, it's going to be history there. Like, I envy watching B. Mitch and all other guys get back together knowing that they went got a ring together.
Yeah.
Knowing that they had a voice, that they started something and they finished it.
Yeah.
All right, together. You could never rip that from them. So every time we around, when alumni come back, I don't even chill with the 2000s. I go chill with the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s because they are winners. I want to be around them. They always smiling while we always here with this cloud over our head because we ain't won nothing. And we have no excuse because we had the same head coach they did in Coach Gibbs, a.k.a. the Joseph.
That's why Doc's always walking around with a cigar.
Yeah.
He's still celebrating a Super Bowl.
But listen, because that's the pinnacle. If you want to be a part of that 1% that get to play in the NFL, well, if you want to be part of the 1% that get to see the top of it, the grace, at one point you're going to have a football family. Yeah. And that's what Doc Walker got. That's what they got. They got a unity. They are bound together through history forever. You go out in the hallway out there, their pictures are up. Yep. Not ours. Yep. Not the guy that, you know what, they did okay.
Yep.
These are the upper excellent guys. That's what you like.
We're going to get you ready for the Falcons coming up later on here on the pod. Wanted to go around the NFL a little bit. At the very least, Cowboys took a huge L. My God.
Did they stink. Hey, listen to me. And then it's happening on national TV because that's all they play is national TV games. But they talked, where's the balance of power in the NFC East? And the 49ers just outclassed them in every way possible. And then I looked at the rosters, and I said, you know what? The 49ers could have the best roster in football.
They look like the best team in the NFL.
And here go to think about it also. And then I looked at it, and we are built exactly in their image. I think about it. Bosa in that D-line, Hargrove, all those guys, they're built from the inside out. We got Chase, we got John Allen, we got Payne, we got Sweat. We are built the same way. They have a Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback, last pick of the draft. We have a 5th rounder, and Sam Howell. They are built to run the ball. B-Rob, we are built to run the ball. They have Brandon Ayuk. We got Terry McLaurin. They got Debo Samuels. We are built in their image. We got to put it together like they have. Now, the only thing they got on us is something we used to have, and that's a Trent Williams, which don't grow on trees.
Trent's different, man. He's
Trent's
different.
He's different. So think about this. They have a top 5 player in like 10 positions. Fred Warner could be the best linebacker in football with Greenlaw sitting right beside him, could be the number 3 linebacker. They have Trent, the number 1 lineman in football. They had Chris McCaffrey, the number 1 running back. They have Tafanga, the number 1 safety. They have Bosa, the highest paid. Even they have guys everywhere. But what we seen from the Cowboys is what I always see from the Cowboys. They shrink when that moonlight come on. They just can't put it together. And I'm going to tell people, here go the truth. Look at their roster compared to the 49ers. All the guys that the 49ers pay in the top 5, they produce top 5.
Right.
Lawrence played like a top 5 defensive lineman. Do he produce like a top 5 defensive lineman? Tyron Smith paid like a top 5 offensive lineman. He ain't ever available. All right. Dak, top 5, paid like a
interception problem again.
He paid like a top 5 quarterback, doesn't produce like a top 5 quarterback. Trayvon Diggs, paid as the highest paid corner. He ain't available at this moment. Their guys are not, how should I say, not putting the stats together, not putting it on film like the 49ers. So everything I can say about this is coaching. If you got the Jimmy and the Joes, now it become about the X's and the O's. And I think Shanahan is drawing the X's and the O's better than the things that's going on with the Cowboys.
I could not agree with you more. All right. One game yesterday that we need to talk about is Vikings and Chiefs because of who did not attend the game. Before we do that, let's pay some bills real quick.
For who didn't.
For who did not show up. Thankfully, over it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Honda.
Yeah.
You got to stay with us. Oh, come on now. You got to feel the power of the CR-V Hybrid and Accord Hybrid. Honda's most electrifying vehicles yet. Find adventure in one of Honda's rugged SUVs and trucks like the Pilot Trail Sport, Honda's most rugged SUV ever. Experience the thrilling performance and fun to drive Honda Civic. You don't want the regular Honda Civic? Don't worry about it. You get a turbocharged engine if you want it. Power, performance, ruggedness with Honda. Find the Honda perfect for you. See your local Honda dealer today, friend.
And that's how professionals do it.
That's how we do it.
That's who you are, Jinx.
I appreciate you, Fred.
Man, great guy. Don't believe what they say about you.
I'm not going to read the comments.
Please don't, because it doesn't matter. That's why it's good to be a cornerback.
Yes.
Because you asked me about Forbes. He is built in a mental way that he understands they love us and they hate us. I can go 4 quarters with Randy Moss and shut him down. He beat me on the last play of the game. I am the worst cornerback ever to play the game. It's a love-hate relationship that nobody else in sports deal with, like a defensive back. It's one of those things where you walk in the stadium, they all 90,000 love you. You walk out of there, nobody but your mom and your girlfriend like it. It's one of those things where people looking at you say, you cost me $500 because I went in bed. How about the other guys, 10 guys that was on the field with me? What about the coach? Like, it's one of them things, if you cannot take the heat, this ain't the kitchen you want to perform in.
You're making me more confident just sitting next to you, Smoot.
No, I'm just telling you, it's just one of them things you can't ever, and I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
You can't verbal spar with me and think you're going to hurt me.
Right.
You can't, hey, if I had feelings, you could hurt them. I ain't got none. You don't make them available.
No feelings.
You don't make them available. Then nobody can push your buttons.
Love that. One more ad here.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get to this next topic. Recycle Track Systems, absolutely transforming the way commercial businesses and communities manage waste and recycling. They combine the power of AI with premium customer service. They optimize waste pickup schedules, ensuring timely and efficient collections to keep our neighborhoods cleaner and greener.
Yep. I love green.
I know you love that. Visit rts.com to learn more about how they can help manage your business waste more responsibly.
Yep, that's all it's about. Let's take care of the earth. We need an earth to leave an earth for our children.
No question.
That's what it's about. Well, I'm one of those guys. Like that's why I was disappointed a couple months ago when nobody talked about a meteorite hitting the moon.
Oh, I missed that.
Did you not see that?
No.
A meteorite just exploded into the moon. I'm talking about looked like 10 atomic bombs. Listen, put it like this.
Okay.
We know we have protections in order to protect the earth.
Correct.
So if a meteorite is coming, we're going to try to blow it up. All right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to blow it up. We might send some drillers from Texas to try to blow it up. Matthew McConaughey. All right? Check this out. We got to send Matthew McConaughey to space.
Okay.
All right, check this out.
Okay.
Next, why wouldn't we, with that same protection for Earth, protect the moon? Because without the moon, you're talking about no tides. You're talking about gravity being affected.
Yeah.
We got to protect the moon just like we got to protect the Earth.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone say protect the moon. But you're right.
Because the moon get no love. Like the sun gets everything.
Right.
But the moon gets nothing. And it got a big part of why we are here on this earth. The moon needs some love. We need to protect it. All right?
Do you want to preview the Falcons or talk about Bubbles first?
Let's talk about Bubbles.
I knew you were going to say that. So here's the thing. You know Michael Jackson. Remember Bubbles, his chimp, his baby chimp?
Bubbles Jackson. Bubbles Jackson was the first emotional animal. He started the genre. Because I be walking in the grocery store and somebody be like, yeah, I this parrot on my shoulder because I need him for emotional well-being. I'm like, oh my God. Well, that used to be Bubbles.
Yes.
Bubbles started it. Mr. Bubbles Jackson. And
Bubbles Jackson.
Yeah, that's his name. Then, guess what we did? We Googled to see where he was today. And wouldn't you believe?
He's alive.
Listen, not only is he alive, he got a gray beard. He looked like he fathered like a whole family of
He's
kids.
huge.
Yes, listen, like he been on the couch watching Marvel like at least the last 15 years. Bubbles was born in 1983. Now, I don't keep up with the life expectancy of chimps, but it's 2023 and Bubbles is still kicking it. I wish he could tell us stories.
Eddie Murphy tells a story.
All right.
He went to visit Neverland.
Yeah.
And he walks in, and all of a sudden he looks, and Bubbles is huge in a cage. And Michael Jackson says, "Stay away from Bubbles. He's huge and mean now." That's Bubbles. Stay away.
That's a hell of an impression, by the way. By the way, Bubbles, could you go get us
Stay
some
away from
coffee
Bubbles.
while I sit in here with Eddie? Listen to me. I could only wonder the stories that this man got, but I also, listen, Bubbles, to me,
Bubbles, okay.
we have nobody to compare him to.
It's a chimp.
But I'm just saying, for his star power, could he be the most popular animal on earth?
Yes.
Could you think of another one?
He was born in 1983, and we are looking him up today.
In 2023, why should we even know the year he was born? I got cousins I don't know the year they was born. Like, listen to me. We're talking about a chimp that's been to the Grammys. We're talking about a chimp that's been to Singapore.
Yes.
We're talking about a chimp. Passport got more stamps than ours. We're talking about a chimp that probably knows sign language. That's probably only ate breakfast.
What's that, Bubbles? Bubbles is hungry.
Do you need any more pancakes, Bubba? Like, listen.
He just signed it.
He's lived such a life. Like, all right. I know people think we joking. I am dead serious.
What were you saying earlier about how the other chimps probably don't like Bubbles? Because he's not one of them.
Because you said he's at a zoo now?
Some sort of conservatory or something like that.
Imagine walking in as you Bubba Jackson and you a regular chimp back there. Like, we're not dealing with this dude. Sell out. This dude don't know what it feels like to climb a tree and get a banana. This dude don't know how it is to survive. I've been picking fleas off Willie back for the last 10 years, and here come Bubbles in here with a pair of polo shorts. What are you talking about? They hate Bubbles. You know how it goes.
They're like, his real name isn't Bubbles, right? It's Frank.
Yeah,
it's
his real name Augustus. Listen,
that's just a nickname.
He's a sellout. You know how it be. I have went home after you get a certain standard. I go home, then my people be like, yeah, man, you don't even sound the same. You're a sellout. So I know Bubba had to go through this when they put him back in population. See, the thing is, did they put him back in gym pop is the first thing I want to know.
They got to put Bubbles in solitary, man. Protect him.
Because you know they out there, right? That's the thing about it. Then imagine being a chimp. He comes in the room, and your girl there. She know who Bubbles is. He's the only one been on TV. Besides, I used to watch Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, yeah.
No, not Dukes of Hazzard. Cannonball Run.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that was a orangutan?
Okay. Yes.
It's a difference. It was a orangutan, and he wasn't popular like Bubbles.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing about it.
They need to do a documentary and let Bubbles talk about what he's seen.
Yeah,
He be smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
Life been kind of hard.
Yeah. Mike was cool at first.
Yeah.
But I got tired of hanging around his neck all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
And I went on that Thriller too, and things got kind of crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? But I too owned a monkey.
This is true.
This is very true.
Okay.
All right. It happened because I had a friend named LaRon Landry.
This goes back to LaRon again?
Yes, again.
Did he lift weights with that chimp?
His monkey was totally thicker than mine.
I bet
My
that's
monkey
right.
looked like me when we walk in, like we hadn't lifted in years. And his monkey just sitting over there looking at mine. See, here go think about it. He called me and said, I know an exotic animal seller in Louisiana.
Okay.
He was like, I'm going to get a monkey.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. okay, what kind of monkey? He was like, Jack Sparrow, put on your shoulder type monkey.
Yeah.
Don't get too big. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I haven't owned none but dogs in my life. Why not? Try something different. We buy the monkeys, get them shipped up. I named mine Mr. Louis Vuitton. Yeah, that was his name.
Louis Vuitton.
Mr. Lewis.
Okay,
not just Lewis. He had a surname.
Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis.
Mr. All right.
Now, LaRon named his the Gucci Mane. That was his monkey name. So we got Lewis and we got Gucci. We used to let them play. We used to have play dates and stuff.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You and LaRon Landry used to have play dates with the 2 chimps that you bought.
Don't people do it with dogs?
I mean, I guess so. This is a crazy story.
It ain't like I knew my neighbor didn't have a monkey that Lewis could play with. I had to call the only other person with a monkey that I knew, like, hey, my monkey look kind of bored. All right, you want to get them together, let them play a little PlayStation or something? Like, listen, I just want them to have fun and have a life. So we used to get them and we put out these cages in our house.
Okay.
So you get a wall, you go like 6 feet away from the wall, and you put just a cage at it. You put the sticks and stuff in there. So I just put mine in there naturally. But then I noticed droppings, fecal matter. It's dropping, hitting the floor. So I called him, what we going to do about this?
Yeah.
He was like, man, you got to put a diaper on him. Now,
Oh
imagine
my God,
a 23-year-old Fred Smoot walking in to PetSmart looking for monkey diapers. All right? This is different.
Sir, you're looking for monkey diapers?
Yeah, I am.
Those would be special ordered.
Thank you. So I going around all these places, nobody got diapers. So for the first 2 days,
I like that you went to PetSmart.
I did. So the first 2 days, I used Huggies. I used regular.
You had to, yeah.
And I would cut like a hole in the back of for the tail. Cause listen, this
is crazy to me.
Listen, I had to because if you don't,
Okay.
it grabs it and it throwing at you.
Yeah.
So imagine me opening my door and here come Mr. Lewis just I like, did you eat corn? Like, I don't know what happened. What's going on? I should not have to defend myself from a monkey in my house. So when I finally got him, I got the Pampers and stuff. I put him on, but he would just not. Mr. Lewis was not letting me put the Pampers on him the right. So he always had one with a tear in it on the side. Let
me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you were cutting a hole
In the Pampers.
in a Pampers diaper
Yeah.
for a monkey tail,
Yeah.
did you think, maybe I made a mistake here?
Yes. I thought I had made a mistake because I love bananas myself. But now I ain't got nothing in the house.
It's true.
Because I let him run around a little bit. Switch like he used the bathroom. I let him out the cage, let him run. He gonna go straight to the kitchen table, straight to the fruit bowl, straight to the bananas, genetically protected to them. They want them. All right.
Yeah.
So I kept him for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks before I had to ship him back. I found out then I'm not Michael Jackson. I cannot raise this thing alone.
No.
This needs 2 parents. All right? This should be a 2-parent home. And I couldn't give it to him at that time. So at the end of the day, I sent him back while LaRon kept his for like a year and a half, year or two. His actually got pretty big. I could get bigger than you think. And they're smarter than you think. I found myself late night watching film of the Dallas Cowboys talking to a monkey. All right? I'm literally watching film. Did you see that? Did you just see what that dude did? He over there thumbs up. Listen, it was downhill for me. That was a dark time in my life.
Oh, man. I'm sorry you went through that.
Dark time in my life.
Let's pay the bills one more time.
Yeah.
Then we're previewing the Falcons. If you have a pet monkey, you could travel around with that monkey in a Honda.
Do it!
Oh! Feel the power of the CRV Hybrid and Accord Hybrid, Honda's most electrifying vehicles yet. Find adventure in one of Honda's rugged SUVs and trucks like the Pilot Trail Sport. You could transport multiple monkeys in that thing. It's huge.
Yeah.
Honda's most rugged SUV ever, or experience the thrilling performance of the fun-to-drive Honda Civic with an available turbocharged engine. You get power, performance, and ruggedness with Honda. Find the Honda perfect for you. See your local Honda dealer today. And we have some breaking news for you. Remember that back in the day?
I liked it.
Oh, yeah. SeatGeek, now the official ticketing partner of your Washington Commanders. The deal is finalized. They are the newest member of the Commanders family. You're talking about family, how important it is.
It's everything.
It's Deron Payne. It's John Allen. Manuel Forbes.
I love
SeatGeek.
Yep.
Family. If you haven't heard the name yet, get used to it. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Commanders games or any other live event in the DMV, SeatGeek is the place to do it. The new official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders, so Commanders fans can fan.
Listen, I just have so many questions about Bubbles Jackson. Like, when you brought it up this morning, I was like, dude, I could go down this rabbit hole for like forever. Like, and I'm just shocked that he's still living. And he got a great beard. Like, he knows that beard's in.
Yeah.
Like, he's rocking a great I'm taking back.
Commanders fans are going to age like bubbles.
Yeah.
We don't get a dub. We need a dub.
Yeah,
all right, we need a dub.
Yeah.
So, what primarily do you want to see this weekend in Atlanta?
I just want to tell this to the players,
all right,
to the coaches. This game not only mean a lot for the fan base, it mean a lot for me. My ex-wife is an Atlanta Falcons fan.
Oh, I get it.
The day we got a divorce, she told me I was never a Washington fan.
She threw that out?
I always been a Falcon. Ever since then, it's just been, it's been one of these things where it's just been a war.
It was a lie the whole time.
Yeah, it was a lie. And now I take pride because for some reason, we play the Falcons every year. Every year. And that's my time to one up her. So I get to text her with all these laughing and jokes emojis. Not going good down there, I see. I get to say all kinds of stuff. Falcons being the Falcons. You know, I need this one.
I can feel it building inside of you.
I need this one. I don't want to receive a text at 4:15 because she don't let her. She got seasons tickets. She's totally into it.
Oh, she's in.
Takes my daughter all the time. But my daughter fights back because she wears Washington stuff.
There we go.
Thank you, Piper. I love you. I love you. But this is personal. Not only do we need it to turn the season around, we need it as a measuring stick to where are we.
Yes.
The Falcons are a good team. Don't get it twisted. But we're better. Let's go down. Let's beat them. Let's push it to the side. I want to see them emotionally invested to the game.
Yeah.
Like, I understand you had low energy coming off a Thursday night game. Thursday nights are hard, man.
Yeah.
I try to tell people all the time, it ain't the fact that we're slow. Our body ain't healed.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to play hurting when you're already hurting. Like, it's one of them things where
and that game against Philly was physical.
And it was physical.
Yeah.
Like, they are part of the 1% that get to play this game. So at the end of the day, no excuses this week. Circle the wagons. Let's get back to what makes it happen.
So how much does it help that, all right, you had a short week, but now you get a break to kind of get right?
You got that long weekend.
Yes.
That's the perk of Thursday night. Not only do you get a 3-day weekend, you get to sit down on a Saturday and just watch college football. You get to watch your peers on Sunday. That's the most important thing. Ain't nothing like being in the league and watching your peers. That what make Monday night so good. Monday night, you know you're the only show in town. All the rest of us watching you.
Yeah.
You become stars that way. When we watch each other, we study each other. Oh, that's what they running. I'm watching the TV version. That's what they do. That's what they comfortable of because now you get to see it from a whole nother. It's different when you inside the beast and outside the beast watching it. So hopefully they refreshed.
Yeah.
And they ready to go. Like, all I want to see is don't make the same mistakes you made last week.
Yeah.
That's all I ask from any team because I know personally how hard football is. So I hate those Sunday couch coaches that sit there on their couch and say, you should have did that.
Right.
You don't know we should have did it until we failed. That's the way it go. It's one of them things, trial and error.
So when you look at this Falcons team,
Yeah.
they seem pretty one-dimensional. They have plenty of weapons, but Desmond Ridder isn't great at throwing the ball. So
Not yet.
Not yet. You think he will be?
I think he will be. I think he can throw the ball. I just think the coaching staff is trying to protect him from himself.
Okay.
I think Bijan Robinson could.
I mean, Bijan's no joke.
He's God's gift to running backs right now. Algier, they still got him in the backfield, rushed for 1,000 yards. Kyle Pitts is the one I'm shocked about. When he came out, I thought he was going to change the tight end position.
I did too.
He's not putting up a lot of numbers down there, and I'm wondering why, especially with a quarterback that's young. Usually your tight end is your safety valve. All right, but I'm not seeing them with any kind of connection. And Drake London, don't forget they got a 6'5" wide receiver.
That's what I'm saying. They have weapons.
Yes. We can't let those weapons get warm against us.
Right.
That's the thing about it. People have kept them stagnant, forcing them to run the ball. You know they finna try to ground it out. They finna try to pound it. They finna try to sloppy the game up, murder the game up, and they trying to shorten it.
Yep.
Right? You can't let them do it. You got to keep them in third and longs. Keep them in third and longs and force Ridder to beat you. That's what we have to do.
Finally, when you've had a rough run like this and your confidence is low, and I mentioned this early in the show talking about Emmanuel Forbes.
My confidence is never low, Jinx.
I know yours isn't.
Yeah.
But there are some players on this team, especially in the secondary, might be struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Is that just a mentality? Because here's the thing. It's one of those things, difference between theory and in practice, which is in theory like, all right, I'll just be more confident.
Yeah.
But actually being more confident and playing more confident and trusting yourself is different.
It's two different things.
Yes.
Well, when we have bad performances, we can't wait to get back out there.
Yeah.
Like it's only one way to get that taste out your mouth, in the fans' mouth, is to go out here and ball and say, this is why y'all drafted me.
Right.
Like, this is what I'm capable of. Maybe my coach asking me to do too much. Like, that's the thing you got to do is figure out, it ain't all you. You ain't never as good as you think you are. You never as bad as you think you are. Find out most of the time, it's technique.
Yeah.
That's what you had to fall back on when things ain't going good. That's what you got to fall back on when you're getting beat for a go route, a comeback. I got to fall back on my technique, and I got to get back to the P's and Q's. I got to get back to what made me and brought me here.
Yeah.
And nothing makes you hungry, especially as a DB, because it ain't nothing like walking in the grocery store. I don't even play no more. I was in the grocery store the other day. Somebody hollering down the bread aisle, Smoot, what happened? I'm like, what you mean what happened? I watched the same game you did.
Right.
What we gonna do? I don't know. Like, so I can imagine when I was playing, it was the same way. Smoot, what happened out there? Well, Plexico beat me for a touchdown. like what you want me to say?
Right.
It's one of them things where I got to get back out here and make a play. So then it's, Smoot, I seen that big play. Like, so it's one of them things where they turn the page very quickly. It's a fickle relationship DBs have with the fan base. Get Loud Podcast is brought to you by Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders. Bet on a range of NFL markets with Bet365 app. Craft your own personalized bet slip and parlays. Access thousands of games with live streaming. Place your bet before the match or during the game. It's up to you. Download Bet365 app today. Join 80 million members worldwide. Age 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. MWAA. We don't travel to escape life. We travel so life doesn't escape us. We dream of a place anywhere in the world, and in the blink of an eye, we're there. That's a wonder of a flight. All you have to do is decide where to. Dulles International Airport. Let your imagination soar. Book your adventure today at flydulles.com/nonstop.
Man, knock those out.
English class at Mississippi State, I was there.
You know who does not need any love? She gets plenty of love. Taylor Swift. I'm so over it.
She's taking over the NFL.
Oh, my God. So she was not in Minneapolis this weekend.
Yes.
Chiefs got the win over the Vikings. She and Travis Kelce still a thing. But we're not going to go into that. As we talked about plenty.
Yeah.
But we did want to talk about best celebrity sports couples.
Of all time.
All
right, right now,
Okay.
even though Travis and Taylor, TT is what I call them.
Did you call her TT?
Yeah, I call Travis and
Oh,
Taylor.
together. Okay.
TT. She is so damn big that I just...
Oh, I thought you meant physically. I was like,
no, she's skinny.
Yeah.
I mean,
a star. Oh, she's
Her
massive.
star power is massive. So then I started to think about couples. I was like, maybe I'm caught into the now that I can't appreciate what these couples used to be. Mm-hmm. They could be the biggest sports couple of all time. They only been together 2 weeks, 3 weeks from what we know publicly.
I still don't buy it. I still don't buy it.
But now, if you had to put some couples up to them, Jenkins, of all time, what couples would it be?
Well, obviously, Russ and Sierra right there.
But
of all time, Gabrielle Union, D. Wade.
Gabrielle Union, D. Wade, most definitely a power couple. Because we talking about people that become independently popular themselves.
Yes.
Then combine forces like Voltron. All right, that's what we're talking about. So D. Wade, Gabrielle Union, they not big like Swift and Travis. They not on that level. Mm-hmm. Like, I had to take it back to like flow model TVs and like black and white TV. Marilyn Monroe.
Lou Gehrig. Huge.
Marilyn Monroe. Taylor Swift.
That's tough.
Come on.
Because there's something different about a movie star.
But Taylor Swift is a star of stars.
Marilyn Monroe was messing around with the president.
I understand it.
Yes,
but what I'm saying is Taylor Swift is, come
okay,
on now.
But think about it. To this day, making movies about Marilyn, when you think about the greatest Hollywood stars of all time, Marilyn is still near the top.
But Taylor's one of the biggest stars of all time.
She is. But also it's because we're living in the now. And also, think about this.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe with the biggest baseball player on the planet. And by the way, back in the day, baseball was the number one sport in America. It wasn't close.
And she had no internet. She did this pre-internet where she was the most popular woman. All right, then. So we did the two ladies against each other.
Right.
Lou Gehrig versus Travis Kelce.
Oh, it's Lou Gehrig.
All right. So is it easy to say Lou Gehrig, Marilyn Monroe? Because I get an edge to Lou Gehrig.
Here's what I'll say. If this is going to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift last, I'll give them the edge. Till the day like he died, Lou Gehrig would go to Marilyn Monroe's grave and put flowers on her grave like he loved her forever. That was a real relationship. That was a real relationship.
When no funny business about it.
Right.
But when I put male against male, female against female, we can go a wash with Marilyn Monroe and Swift. But Lou Gehrig just bigger than Travis. I know that's and this is an internet world that we in. He just totally bigger. But J-Lo, Alice Rodriguez.
Yo, that's huge.
Now, Alex's star power has waned over the years because of all the BS. But J-Lo is internationally known to rock the microphone. I'm just saying now, A-Rod. The prince that was promised, that's who he is.
Yeah.
So if I had to stack them, Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Alice Rodriguez.
Okay.
Who is the biggest star?
Oh, man. Here's the thing. We're talking about world. Like
world. And baseball is a world sport.
That's the thing, is that it's still A-Rod because baseball is a world sport. And look, Travis Kelce is a monster, right? This whole Taylor made Travis popular. That never happened. Right? We all know Travis Kelce.
Good-looking guy.
Been a stud for a long time. We all know that. But baseball is a world sport. A-Rod, the world over, is definitely more well known.
All right, J-Lo, Taylor.
I mean, it's Taylor, right?
Yeah.
It's Taylor.
She got it.
It's Taylor. It's Taylor.
But I think they could equally they could do some. Right? I'm just saying, it's one of them groups. Well, what about the Beckhams?
Beckhams are.
What about the Beckhams now?
That's monster.
Spice Girl.
Oh.
David Beckham.
Did you see that thing on Netflix, that clip?
I did, but you know what? It ain't but like 5 men in this world. If I'm dating a girl, I never want them in the same room with them. David Beckham, one of them. I don't even want to eat dinner in the same place as him. If I'm eating a steak, I'm gonna get up there. Come on, girl. Let's go. What's wrong? David in the house. Listen to me. I don't want him around. The Rock, don't you ever come around where I'm at. Me and my girl. And get what? I got all the swagger in the world. But sometimes Jinx. Think about this.
Okay.
Me and you out at a bar.
All right.
Having a drink. Just catching up.
Okay.
Your girl called you on the phone and say, you know what? The Rock just walked in the restaurant.
Oh, get out.
My girl is.
Get out.
Listen, Jordan Peele. Get out. Hey, listen to me. Girl, you got 3 minutes to get out of there. Get your food. Get your girlfriends. Get out of there. It's just a few men. And I think Travis is starting to enter that zone of, don't leave your girl around Travis now.
A few years ago, this is true, when Beckham played for the Galaxy, came to D.C. to play D.C. United, and so there was an official David Beckham after party.
I love your story.
Oh, thanks, Fred. So I was with a friend of mine, and we went to this official after party, and she leans over, she goes, do you want to go to the real after party?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. She goes, let's go.
Yeah.
So Beckham showed up, made an appearance, and then we go to some really small upstairs bar in DuPont Circle, and there's only like 8 or 9 people there. There's a small little roped-off area, huge spread. Nobody's there. Beckham walks in with like 2 or 3 dudes.
Yeah.
I walked, but I didn't say anything. I'm like, I'm going to leave this guy alone.
Did you measure yourself?
I was like, that is a handsome-looking guy right there.
Sometimes you got to call spade a spade. Now, sometimes you got to just
I just kind of nodded. I was like, he's kind of nodded. And I was like, let the man do his thing. He goes into this rope. Stayed about 30 minutes. Yeah. But the crazy thing was, he has a couple drinks, visits with his boys. He leaves, and there's this whole spread. So we just slipped right in.
And ate it all.
We ate and drank the rest of the night for free.
Did it still smell like David Beckham?
I was like, I've never smelled this good in my life. Over there? Ever.
Hey, I totally get it. What about Tony Romo and Jessica
Simpson back in the day?
Yeah.
They were pretty big. But see, the reason why they faded is that, weren't they just kind of like a flash in the pan?
No, they was actually chilling. You remember they went on their vacation, You remember they went during the year, went on their vacation, it became so big that it blew everything out the water. So I think they just, and Tony kind of a playboy. But that's what happened when you're the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, come on.
All right, it's the Dallas Cowboys quarterback in the picture for the New York Yankees. Like, they are some of the most popular people in the world. But I'm like, as we go down this rabbit hole trying to find sports couples, I would have thought there'd been a billion sports couples that could at least compete with the two that we're talking about.
I think those two are the ones to go with right there.
Justin Verlander, Kate Upton.
That's another good one. They're still together.
Giselle.
That's got to be mentioned, right?
Well, Giselle is worldly known. All right?
Absolutely.
Worldly known, and Tom is the GOAT. So if I had to go Travis Kelce, Tom Brady, Tom wins.
Yes.
Giselle, Taylor.
I mean, that's a tough one.
So that's why I think.
I don't know. Probably Taylor. I mean, she's just massive right now.
I understand.
All right.
But see, you can't let the now. Don't get trapped
in
the now.
Yeah, you can't get trapped in the now. That's exactly right.
Like, so I'm just saying, like, world couples right now. If Tom and Giselle, just say hypothetically they was back together.
Okay.
Walk in a building on the north side.
Yeah.
Taylor, Travis walk in the south side.
I'm going to see Tom and Giselle, man.
That's where you going?
Yes.
Why?
Because Tom is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Don't Giselle is Giselle. I think here's the thing. This is
but don't Giselle look like she got an attitude? Like, don't she look
maybe?
Don't she look like she'll walk in and be like, where's the great poupon? I would never use this regular mustard. Like, like Swift look like she just kind of down to earth girl next door.
Yeah.
Where Giselle walks in and she got this queen effect.
Well, she does carry herself in that way.
Well, she's a model.
Yeah.
She can't hit, like, listen, I saw her. We had did something for Super Bowl.
Okay.
It happened to be one of the Super Bowl that Tom won in, you know.
Okay.
And she walked in, and she wasn't walking. She was gliding. I thought she had wheels on her feet.
Well,
like
she knows how to carry herself.
It was so just, how should I say it had this allure to it. It was crazy.
Okay. Let's get a dub this weekend in Atlanta. That's Fred Smoot. I'm Michael Jenkins. I'm just a guy. This man is a former parent of a young monkey.
And we're looking for Bubba Jackson.
We're looking for him.
Interviewing.